Hi, people, and welcome to Jordan's Juice Bar. Today we will be talking about Chilean sea bass. It's one of my favorite fishes to eat, and we'll also be going into salmon as well. I'm going to be preparing Chilean sea bass, and I'm also going to be preparing some salmon. Okay, so first let's talk about Chilean sea bass, where it comes from, and what it looks like. Okay, so I have already purchased some Chilean sea bass from Whole Foods, and I actually cut it up already. So uh, this fish is very, very expensive. So if I put the pieces together that I cut, which you'll see here, I bought like 2 pounds of it. Okay, so this was actually the whole fish that I purchased. All right. I didn't put it together like it's supposed to be, like a puzzle. So here we go. Anyway, but there you have the fish right there. That is the back part of it, with the scales and the fins and all of that would be, which they cleaned that. And then here you can see how meaty this fish is. This is a wonderful, meaty, succulent fish. Very succulent. So it's all cleaned up, right? It's all cleaned, and Chilean sea bass is otherwise known as a pentagon toothfish. It's a carnivorous fish that is caught off the southern coast of South Africa and around other regions of the Antarctica. And this fish has become, well, for me, it's been always very popular. I've been eating this fish for a very, very, very long time. You can see the meatiness in it. It's very succulent. It's very light in taste. There's a fin on here, so a scale. So I'm gonna just take that off. I'm gonna rinse this off again for you guys. I'm gonna rinse it off again. You gotta use cold water, okay? So if you don't, you'll be cooking your fish with, you'll be cooking your fish. So, actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my knife here and I'm gonna take any scales that are on the fish off, okay? It's not too many on, but really all I have to do is just kind of scrape. You just scrape, I should have you can just scrape your knife against the fish here, and as you can see on the knife, you see some of the scales still in there. So I'm just gonna scrape that, and there's still some scales that have been left on the fish, and I don't want on the fish. All right, so I'm gonna scrape that off. So this way I can eat everything. The skin is really, really good as well. I can crisp it up. I can broil it. You can steam it. You can make a soup out of this fish if you want to. I'm gonna rinse that off. I'm gonna rinse this off too. So I took the scales off of that one. So we're gonna do the same thing with this. I just want to make sure any excess scales are not on this fish. At $56 for what I purchased, I could have actually had them take it off in the store for me, but I didn't. They take it off as much as they possibly can. All right, that's what they do. You know, I should be using a fish scaler, but I'm not at this one. I just want to take off these excess scales so it doesn't, it's not in my mouth when I consume this fish. All right, so you can see, again, it's coming off. All right, I'm going to rinse it again. Be nice and clean. So that's 2 down, 2 to go. I'm going to take this, and actually see the scale right here. So next time when I purchase this, I will ask them to take the additional scales that they missed off, for sure. Okay. But this, again, this fish is definitely increasingly popular. It's an acquired taste, I guess. It's not an acquired taste to chefs. It's not an acquired taste for those who no good quality tasting foods either. I'm a connoisseur when it comes to food, and I've tried just about every food out there in the world. I like trying new and different things, definitely. So, because you can't say you don't like something if you've never tried it. Point blank, seriously. My grandkids tell me that all the time. Like, we don't like this, Grandma. I'm like, did you ever try it? No. Well, then you can't tell me you don't like it. Okay. So here you can see the scales, just a little bit on this. I'm gonna rinse this off as well. Again, rinse it nice and thoroughly. And we have one more piece of fish to go. This fish is often regarded as one of the most flavorful fishes in the world because of its oily content in the meat. And it does have a nice oily content. I'm going to marinate this fish. Scales, to see they're coming off. They're coming off. So this is just some excess that they didn't get off. Because I would have to say that Whole Foods they have a great selection of fish, and they're pretty thorough as well. But again, I don't want it on my fish, so I want this because I want to eat the skin. I want to devour the skin. Because that's the best part, too, for me, is the skin. And again, all the fatty acids, omega acids, are in skin as well. So, as you can see. And it's pretty easy to do. Very pretty easy to do. Again, you see I'm using my knife. I'm not even using a fish scaler. So, you can see the difference now. So it's clean. It's actually clean of all the scales and all that. See? And you have it both sides. Let's rinse this off again. And I have salmon here too. My salmon here, I bought, I cut this up in pieces as well. But the scales, let me see if any excess scales are on this. Okay, let's just see that. But no, this is pretty, let's see. Oh, there's a little bit on there. Just a little. So let's clean this as well. Let's clean this. So there you can see, that's from the salmon. You can notice a different scale color. The color. Now I bought like, I would say probably 2 ounces of salmon, but I had cut it up already. So I like to eat the skin on my salmon as well. Again, it has a lot of fatty acids. Now, which fish is better to consume? I would have to say that both of them have the same kind of content, the quality. A lot of fatty acids and omega acids, omega. And one more piece of salmon, or did I just, oh, okay, great. All right, I cut these up in kind of like the small pieces. I don't eat that much, so I'm like, you really only supposed to eat like a palm size when it comes to food. Like your plate should only have a palm size, the size of your palm on your plate. All right, so I'm gonna pour this water out because I'm gonna marinate this fish. I'm gonna marinate this fish. So, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using some garlic. All right. I usually like to buy my garlic peeled. I'm going to be using some fresh ground pepper, which I'm going to take and I'm going to put it into this cup here. The garlic is already inside. And I'm going to be taking some black pepper and I'm going to just add it. Now, mind you, garlic already has a hot taste to it. Let me clean off my countertop. Here we go. In the sink. So I'm gonna clean this up. I don't like a mess. I like everything clean, neat, and tidy. All right. And then I'm gonna wipe my countertop off with some bleach. All right, because that's gonna kill any, that's gonna just take all and everything from this fish off of my counter. Simple. Very simple. So, let me take this off. I'm also going to be using some ginger. I'm going to marinate. Keep our hands clean because I'm touching. Now I'm going to be touching. I'm also going to be using some rosemary and thyme. And when I touch my bottles, when you're changing from one ingredient to another, like I just cleaned this fish and been getting ready to marinate it, I'm going to be using my Japanese sesame oil, 100% pure. All right. The garlic is in here already, the black pepper. I'm going to be pouring a few drops of sesame oil in here. Okay, not much. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to also make a sauce that I'm going to be using for my fish as well. So this here is, well, hold on. This is ginger. This is the ginger root. I have cut the skin off it already, okay? So, what I just want to do is clean my knife off because I did clean my fish. And I don't want the fish and the ginger in contact with, as I'm marinating, as I mix the two ingredients together. As I mix all the ingredients, incorporate all these ingredients together, I do not want that. My ginger, the ginger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ginger and I'm going to slice it. Take a plate. I know you guys can't see this. Maybe if I move over here. So I'm going to take the ginger and I'm going to slice it now. I don't want too much ginger, although I don't mind having a whole bunch. I could use this whole ginger and it wouldn't bother me one bit. I can actually chew this as well. This is great tasting. This is great for your digestion. So, yeah, it's very hot, but it's good for your digestion. It's good for if you have any ailments and you're trying to kill, like if you have a cold or flu or something like that. I don't get sick at all. But yeah, ginger is really good for your digestion. I'm gonna peel the pepper. I'm gonna drop it in. You can see it's ginger, garlic, and sesame oil with black pepper. Now, in here, I have already prepared, and I wish you guys could smell this. It is rosemary chopped up fresh, right? So, what I'm gonna do is, since I just cut the ginger, I can actually put my hands in here. It's not like putting your hands in here after cleaning or cutting fish, because then that's a contaminant, and we don't want contaminants. Okay? So we're using herbs on herbs. So that is my rosemary and thyme. I dropped in there for you. Now, I didn't get to purchase my oregano. I use a lot of that as well. And so I didn't get to purchase that. So what I'm going to do is add just a little bit of water. Yeah, just a little bit of water to this, maybe like 2 I'm gonna use my my Chinese or Asian, let's say Asian, miso soup spoon. Okay. Actually, I'm not even using tap water. I'm using my other type of water. And that would be Essentia, which is has a lot of pH balance. It's pH balance. I think this is 9.5. 9.5. So I'm just going to drop a few drops of water in here. And I'm also going to be using, actually I just came up with this. Okay, you guys can do this any way you like. You can flavor it any way you like. That'd be fine. Turn the water off. But I'm also going to be using my, I'm going to be using something that I have incorporated, which this is, I'll show you exactly what this is. Hibiscus. Hibiscus is really, really good. So I'm going to be using, if you guys can see that, I don't know if you can see that, hibiscus flowers. And these are edible. Yes, they are. They're edible. Okay? All right, so this is hibiscus flower, and you guys can see, and I have gotten this from the Reading Terminal. It's a market that sells all kind of fresh herbs and everything here in the Pennsylvania area, but you can go to any place that sells herbs and flowers that are edible. You can go, and then you can also eat this too. You can eat this dry like this, and it's very good for your body, and your lymphatic system and all. So, very comfy. It has a, let me see, has a bitter, sweet taste. It's sort of like, you know how the kids eat them Sour Patch candies? Well, that's really basically what it tastes like, okay? So, anyway, that's what's mixed up in here. Since I don't have my oregano oil made up, and I just need a little liquid in here, I'm going to be using the hibiscus water that I have made up. And I'm not putting any salt in here. Okay, I don't put salt on my food until thereafter, after I prepare it. And with all these seasonings in here right now, I stay away from, try to stay away from salt and sugar and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put this in my blender. You can see the ingredients and mix it up a little bit. So there's garlic, ginger, rosemary, thyme, and some hibiscus. It's just going to be a marinade for the fish. That's all it is. That's it. Now I am going to take some of my rosemary and my thyme, right? And you see the fish is all clean and everything. And I'm going to take some of that, and I'm just going to drizzle some in here with my fish as well, right? And I also use this, and I can make my own fresh teas without buying tea from the in the box already prepared in the supermarket. Like, really, no thanks. So I'm gonna use my blender, and this should it's gonna come out like a paste. That's what's gonna come out like a paste. It's definitely gonna come out like a paste, okay? So let's blend. That's enough. That's enough. That unplug. So I'm gonna get all of that out from the top. This is like a paste. Okay, I'm gonna taste it. I'm gonna taste it. I'm gonna smell it. It smells like garlic and ginger. You really don't smell the hibiscus taste. I doubt it. It's gonna be hot though. You taste the pepper. You taste the garlic. You taste the sesame oil. You taste that too. And I'm gonna use a little bit. And a little bit of the black pepper. I taste the hibiscus. Not too much because I didn't put too much in there. So, but I definitely do taste the garlic. And I taste the, of course, the rosemary and the thyme as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take and I'm gonna pour this in. And I'm gonna get the Essex out. Let's see. I'm going to take the excess out of here. We don't want to waste any of it. Okay. Don't want to waste any of the seasonings. Okay. And I'm going to actually let this marinate for 1 day. I'm not preparing. I'm not eating all this fish at one time. If I was cooking for other people besides myself, then I would let this marinate. So, you can see, that's my marinade. Garlic, ginger, rosemary, hibiscus, a little black pepper, and some sesame oil. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and drain the fish of any excess water, and I'm going to just marinate. I'm just going to let all of these seasons incorporate into this fish, and that's it. I'm just rubbing it in. I'm just massaging the fish with the you see there's some excess water down in here. That must be from the fish and what I didn't drain, but that's okay, because then if I did add more water in here with lots of salt and black pepper, whole black pepper, and some different spices, then it would be considered a brine. Okay, and you can brine salmon. That's what you call like a smoked salmon. Smoked salmon brine, that you brine it, any kind of meat. See, people, they brine a lot of meats actually. Fortunately, I don't eat meat. I'm only a fish person until I get back to full veganism anyway. So anyway, you see the fish is all covered. It smells great too. You can smell the garlic. And then what I'm going to do is, this is just going to sit. This is going to sit. I'm going to cook one piece tonight. And actually, let's cook one piece now. Okay? And wash my hands. Okay, I'm gonna cook a piece of fish now. I do not like to clean. I like to clean. I'm anal when it comes to cleanliness, but I always cook with aluminum foil. So they also have a new aluminum foil out now, which is a non-stick. I like to cook with aluminum foil because it's easy, clean up. It's easy, 3D, breezy, beautiful. So I'm going to take my fish. I'm going to put it on this pan. I'm going to spray it with just a little non-stick spray. That's it. I don't want my fish sticking at all. Okay? So I'm just spraying that just so that we don't need a whole bunch. Okay? We don't need a whole bunch. What I am going to do is I'm going to take some more of my rosemary and my thyme, and I'm going to sprinkle it on my aluminum foil tray. And I'm going to take some more of my sesame oil as well. And I'm going to just drizzle a little bit of that there, because that's gonna, and I'm cooking this fish on the meaty side because I want my skin to be crispy. So, there's my hand again. Oh boy, okay. So, there you see the fish. Now I'm also gonna be pouring some more sesame oil on top of the skin. I'll just moisturize it in. And that's it. And wash my hands again. I'm getting ready to touch I'm ready to touch something else, which is my black pepper. And I'm gonna put some black pepper. You guys can see this. I'm gonna put some black pepper up here as well on my skin. And now, I'm using some pink Hawaiian sea salt grinder. I'm just putting that a little bit on my skin as well. That's it. You see, I put like minimal salt. Okay? Minimal. All right. So, this fish does not take that long to cook, but you could cook it for, like, say if you cook this fish for an hour, it's not going to be overcooked. What it will do is it will just flake up. It'll still be nice and moist and tender. Yes, it will. So I'm going to cook it for probably about 40 minutes. All right? And I'm going to actually kind of let it steam. So what I'm going to do is get another piece of foil. Not much. And I'm also going to take, I'm going to take some more hibiscus water, because this is, and I'm just going to pour some of this on here. And just for the moisture, because again, I'm letting this steam a little bit. Okay, not much. You see it's pink in color, right? But that's okay. Hibiscus, again, is really, really good for you. And I'm just covering up this part right here, this part right here. And then what I'm actually going to do is, so we're covering up the top. But what I'm going to do is kind of make a, what would you call this? A pouch. I'm making a pouch. I'm making a pouch. So what I'm doing is I'm taking, so none of the juices and anything fall out. So I'm making a pouch. That's exactly what I'm doing. Okay? I'm making a pouch there for you. So this way none of the juices fall out of this fish. So there's my pouch. You can see, that's the pouch. So it's a pouch, it's all covered up. so none of the juices will flow out of the fish onto the oven. That's just nasty and sloppy. I don't think so. We don't play that. Okay, we don't play that. Anyway, so there you have, that's my pouch, right? So now I'm gonna pop this in the oven at about 375 degrees, okay? Wonderful. Let's put this stuff back, all right, because we don't like a mess. I'm gonna take the excess that's on here, seasonings, which is not really much, but still, it's better than nothing. We don't want to waste anything. All right. Good. Clean that. Now, on my top, I'm gonna place this. Lock this up, seal it, and shake it around. I'm just letting the flavors incorporate in here because, again, this right here is going to be used for tomorrow, okay? I'm preparing a piece for tonight, and the rest will be used for tomorrow. And that's it. Let me get a piece of it. Good. Just want to dry the bottom off. Okay, I don't want it wet on the bottom because I don't want that to go in my refrigerator like that. So, it's already marinated, and I'm gonna let this sit. This is gonna be for tomorrow. I'll actually have this for about 4 days, and it'll be fine, okay? The garlic is a preservant as well. And put that on the bottom of the refrigerator. So, I'm gonna cut me another piece of ginger. I love ginger. Ginger is so excellent. I could chew it all day. You could also juice the root and make your own ginger tea. And if you put it in a glass jar, it will last you 2, 3, 4 months. If you put it in a plastic jar, it won't last you that long. It's going to start to turn in color. If I was to put it in a plastic jar, like say something like this, but if you put it in glass, or if you put it in one of these mason jars or something, and they come in different sizes, then guess what? That ginger will stay in the same form and consistency as it did when you first juiced it with a juicer, okay? And then you can take as many scoops as you want out, put it in your cup, pour some hot water over it, and then you have ginger tea. Why go to the store and get tea bags from the store when they have all kind of other properties in it, and dye number this and color number that, and you know, the stuff that you don't want to put in your body? Why are you going to do that? I don't think so. Not me. So, that's it. I'm going to, it's going to take a minute for that fish to cook, people. So, I'm going to have to bring it to you in another video. All right? So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And hit the bell if you want to see any more of my videos from Jordan's Juice Bar. Here, we like to incorporate healthy ingredients for your body, your mind, and your spirit. It's important that we put in our bodies what we want to get out of our bodies. Because if we don't, what do they say? You are what you eat. I'm actually studying Shakespeare right now. He probably made that up, okay? So, a lot of the cliches that we talk about right now, stuff that has been done centuries ago. And since I'm taking up Shakespeare right now, with my communication and fine arts as my major, you know, I didn't know until I knew that Shakespeare actually created a lot of that stuff. So, but this is not a Shakespeare program. So, anyway, you guys, thank you for watching. I will bring you the finished product. I will show you how the fish is going to look after it's done. And again, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and ring the bell, and I can you can get any of the things that I'm preparing. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.